Hey, welcome everyone. Today I'm going to show you an easy way to do a mountainscape, okay? I actually drew it in with pencil here. I got a mountain further back here, one a little closer. Then I got a river coming from the back forward. Some trees here and some land here, maybe some bushes with a few trees here and over here. But let's get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the sky first and work my way down, okay? Essentially forward is what it is. So I'm going to use bristle brushes for this. You can use any brushes you want, but I like to use these bristle brushes. It's not a detailed painting, okay? It's an oil painting. I just want to get the paint up there. I use linseed oil, and what I'm going to do is lay a color down here in the sky, a base color, some gray, okay? So I put some linseed oil on my brush. I just dip it in the linseed oil, and now I want to get a little bit of gray up in the sky here. And I kind of want to, I'm following the ridge of my mountain here. This way I know I laid the mountain in so I can see how much sky work I need to do, okay? You don't have to pencil it in if you don't want. It's not necessary. I just did it for the video here. And I'm just adding some different tones in here. That's darker, Payne's gray. I want to put a little bit of light down here. Maybe I'll throw some yellow in right down here at the bottom of the sky, and then maybe it'll look like a sunset or something. All right, there. So that's our base paint. What I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna like wipe a little with a paper towel, get some texture up in there, and then I'm going to blend it real quick. Let me get a new blender brush. I'll just pick a new bristle brush, and I'll use this for a blender brush, okay? The way I like to do it, I got the headphones in today, so I'll try not to scream into I'll keep a paper towel in my hand and occasionally wipe the brush off to get some of that excess paint off the brush. I'm blending this in because I want to get it ready for some clouds up here. Let me place the yellow in here real quick. I'm just going to use the same brush I had before. I'm just going to get a little bit of yellow on it and throw it down here at the bottom. See what happens. I don't usually like too much color in my sky. People like it though. I like blue up in the sky, but we'll throw a little yellow in here. Hopefully it looks like the sun's going down right here in between these mountains, but we'll see. That's the idea. So I'm going to put my blender brush up here so I don't lose it. Now I'm going to do some clouds up here. Maybe I'll do the clouds a little different today. And so it's going to require some blending. Let's just get some titanium white on a knife and come up in here and kind of scrape some white, titanium white in the sky up here. It doesn't have to be perfect, just usually down here at the horizon, I like to keep the clouds a little smaller down in here, okay? But just get some white going, and then we're going to blend those into clouds here in a second. Just like that. That's enough. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my blender brush. What I'm going to do first is just lightly knock them down, very lightly. And I'm wiping my brush as I go. I'm just going to knock them down, and then eventually I'm going to start blending in all directions. Knock down your paint. Okay, now I'm going to start blending in all different directions to make these clouds get bigger, and also they'll look more natural, you know. It won't look like a cotton ball up in there. I'm going to try not to blend the ones on top too much, because we want these to be brighter up here, so these I'm going to kind of knock down a little here. I'm going to blend these at the bottom a little more so they look further away. Just like that. That's an easy way to do clouds right there. Let me see how it looks in the frame. Once I get the mountains in here, it'll look 10 times better. So let me get the mountains put in real quick to show you. I'm going to use put some base color down here for my mountains. Just gray. So I got some color to mix. I'm going to use Payne's gray back here and use black on this one in the front. Let me do this mountain in the back first. So there's my underpaint for the mountain. All right, now I'm going to use a knife. This painting should go fairly quick. This is Payne's gray. Now what I'm going to do is outline my mountain up here with Payne's gray. Get a nice edge going on it. I would use black on this, but I want this mountain to look further back, so the Payne's gray will be a little lighter. Watch, I'll do this mount. Well, I got to put base paint down there. So, all right, now I'm going to start shaping this mountain. I'm going to kind of turn it into a cliffs. So I'm going to actually pull most of it straight down. Okay, let's create some cliffs in here. I'm pulling the color down into the underpaint, letting it mix up a bit. Just like that. I'll lightly blend it. I don't want this painting to take forever, so I'm going to go pretty quick on this now. I'll go ahead and lay in my color over here on this mountain, my underpaint. Just this is a little gray. You can use white as well, but or a darker color if you want. This is just underpaint for this mountain. Now I'm going to use my black to outline, get an edge on this mountain here. This is going to be closer to us. It's going to look like, I want it to look like cliffs. So now I'm going to pull this color down. Very easy. Blend this in. All right, might as well put some, let me put some snow up here now, show you how cool it'll look. I'm just going to use straight white. I would usually dull this white out because that mountain's further back, but I'm going to use straight white so you can see it. So I want these to look more like cliffs, so I'm going to come straight down pretty much with some snow. Maybe kind of wiggle it as I come down. I'm going to get a new roll of white paint each time I come up here, okay? Trying to create some mountain cliffs here. There we go. Now I'm going to use, I got gray. I'm going to use blue, believe it or not. And now I'm going to use a little plum gray. I've got some plum gray and blue. And I'm going to mix up some plum gray and a little bit of blue for our shade color, okay? Plum gray and blue. Plum gray is almost like a purplish color. So up here I'm going to come in and everywhere I have white, I'm going to pull a little bit of this plum gray color to the left, okay? I mixed it with white and a little bit of blue. I'm going to pull it to the left. Just like that. So this is giving it more dimension right now. It's giving the mountain dimension. Just imagine the sun coming right here and hitting where all the white is. And then this is the shadow side of the cliff, okay? Wherever I put this purple. Mountains are fun. You gotta, if you haven't done mountains yet, you should give it a try. Some people just like to have a sunset in there. But I like to have mountains in there. First time I saw a mountain, it was, I think I was 15 years old, because I grew up in Chicago. I never really got out of the city too much until we moved. We moved out of Chicago, and then I finally saw my first mountain in Texas, believe it or not. Coming across, moving to the west from Chicago. All right, now I got enough up there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of blend some of this down at the bottom of my cliffs. Pull it down, and then I'm going to blend the bottom out. Lightly blend it. Just like that. Very good. All right, let's do this other mountain here. Same way, I'm going to put a little bit of snow up here. These are going to be very close to us, so I'm going to make them come straight down like they're cliffs, okay? So imagine someone standing up top here. Now you got all this, we're going to have a lot of water runoff. I'm going to add a little more blue to my purple now, so it gets a little brighter. So we're getting a little closer to us here. I want this to be a different color on the mountain here. Basically, wherever you put the white, pull a little bit of this shade color, okay? You don't have to be careful. Just get loose with your knife. Wherever it comes off, let it be, okay? Sometimes when you're very loose with your painting, it comes out better, okay? Just looks more natural. All right, I like that. Let me get my blender brush here. Pull some of it down. Get a little blend on it. Once we get the water and the ground in here, these mountains will look cool. So let's go ahead and move on to our groundwork now. I'm going to use that light gray for my river to get it started back here. So I know where my river's coming from. Add a little blue to it now. Maybe a little bit of that plum purple down here at the bottom. I'll have the water kind of like a purplish color. I'm just laying in the river right now, under paint. Use a little bit of your linseed oil when you're painting on a dry canvas, okay? Just dip your brush in the linseed oil to get the paint to run on the canvas, okay? Over here I'm going to have some trees coming down, so I have a mixture of sap green and black. I'm going to use a fan brush now, and I'm going to have the trees small over here at the back of that river, very small, and then I'm going to bring them up this mountain. I'm just stamping in the top part of it, okay? Now I'm going to load my brush up and come in here and finish the trees here. Just stamp it in. Just like that. Fill it all in with your sap green and black. You could put a few indications of treetops over here if you want, which I'll probably do when I shut the camera off, because I don't want to waste too much time putting these in for the video, but just put a few indications of treetops back here. And over here on this side here where it's smaller, just take your brush and pull up on them. Whoops, I pulled up a little too much there. You just want to barely pull that up. That's alright, it'll still look good. Just like that, so it looks like trees back there. Very good. Alright, so this is going to be groundwork in here. Let me go back to my bristle brush. Hold on. I got paper towels all over the place and no bag to put them in. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to kind of pull some of this to the left at the bottom of these trees. Just pull a little bit of ground out here. Straight across the back here. Just like that. I'm going to use some yellow ochre in here, so what I'm going to do is try and pick up a little bit of that green, or I'll blend them in when we're done. I'm done here, but I'm just going to lay my groundwork in here next to my river. This is yellow ochre, and I'm going to add some more colors to it so it looks cool. Maybe some brown, just like that. And pulling it to the left. This is going to be a bush down here. Dip into my linseed oil, grab some more. You might want to use your fan brush in here. That's what I'll do, because it's not enough room for that bristle brush. some yellow ochre down in here. Very good. All right, now get your blender brush and let's blend this green and yellow ochre and wipe your brush off a little bit. Pull some of that green into the yellow ochre here. Just like that. And then blend this down here. See how cool that looks right there? Get a light blend on this yellow ochre here. Wipe your brush off. All right, very good. I might as well put my bush in now so you can see what I got going on down here. I'm going to get my sap green and black and pop in a bush right down in here. Just like that. Very good. It's looking good. I'm going to put, I grab a little bit of same brush. I'm going to grab a little yellow ochre. I didn't even wipe the brush off and let some of this sap green and yellow ochre mix here and put some ground on the back side of this river here. That's all you need, just to like contain the water there. Let's see how this is looking in there. Pretty good. I like it. It's looking good. I'm going to try and put I'm going to put a tree right here. Right over this mountain. Coming down to these bushes. Maybe a couple of them. Just two here. Just like that. All right, when you do your leaves on your evergreen trees, start at the top and just use the corner of the brush and stamp it in to the painting, just like that, okay? Come by your dark spot. I'll show you how we're going to highlight it so it stands out. But you just get wider at the bottom down here. Adjust your branches the way you like them. Let's do this other tree. Corner of the brush. Start off small. Get some branches coming out here. Very good. I want to use, let's see what time I'm at here. 30 minutes. I'm going to get it out anyway. I'm going to get some Viridian Green out. I really like this color. Mix a little white into it and use it as a highlight color for this tree here. So I take Viridian Green and mix some white into it. It's a very cool color for highlighting. I use my same brush, the fan brush. I just wipe it off with a paper towel, dip into my linseed oil, and I'm going to fill my brush up with this Viridian Green. Okay, let's highlight this tree. I guess I want this one here in front. So I'm going to do it first. I'm going to try and pick out the top of the branches here and highlight the top part of the branches with this Viridian green. Just the top part of it. Get some more paint. Let's see how I brought that tree out. You can use any color you want to highlight. But try and just do the top part of the branch because you want to leave a lot of this dark color in there, okay? That's how we got, see how this is the same color as our tree, but I just changed the color, so now it looks okay. Very good. That's about all I'm going to do on this video because it's already at 30 minutes. You guys can finish it up. Highlight these bushes down here. Here, I'll highlight those bushes real quick with yellow ochre. Just a little bit of yellow ochre at the top part of the bushes. Give them some kind of shape there. All right, that's all I'm going to do. I'll probably line some, put some trees across back here and some bushes in front of that water. But this one's already running over 30 minutes. That's a good start for you, good layout. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.